Hello everyone, welcome back. We are flying again in Microsoft Flight Simulator. This time we're in Chicago, and Chicago it has a special place in my heart because when I wanted to become a doctor, I wanted to go here to do my residency because they have one of the greatest residency programs for emergency medicine in the country. And what caught my attention was the University of Chicago Medicine Aeromedical Network, or UCAN. Yeah, don't ask me why the abbreviation is like that. Anyway, we're on top of the hospital here. They use the Airbus EC-145, but Microsoft Flight Sim has the Bell 407. If you can see from the satellite view, we're down at the bottom. Here's another view to make it easier, and we're going up there. So let's get into it. Actually, fun fact, that location is like a little park between two other hospitals, I think. But when I went to fly this originally, I was just gonna have fun. So I flew around the city and tried to land in a couple of areas, and that one was like the coolest. As you'll see, there are buildings on the sides and this big open space. We can land there. We can totally land there. So that's where we're going. So let's get going. Like I said, I really wanted to become a doctor earlier in life, and I was on my way there. I was studying for the MCAT. I was doing long practice tests. I was looking at different medical schools, all that good stuff. Like God had a different path for me. I'm actually still trying to find that path. But for any of you who might be still looking for what God has in store, pray and know that He's going to lead you, because I know that He is leading my life. Anyway, so University of Chicago Medicine Aeromedical Network. Again, I don't know why they make it so confusing. They do a bunch of different things. They can go to the emergency or accident scene and transport people. They work within a 200-mile radius of Chicago, and they transport over 650 cases a year. And that's just an amazing opportunity. Their helicopters, they can carry a pilot and 4 medical crew, which is pretty cool. And like I said, a resident can often fly along. And for me, having a desire to be a pilot as well as a physician, combine the best of both worlds. So I really wanted to go to the University of Chicago for my residency. Anyhow, that's not where God has led so far. And probably at this point, it's safe to assume that's not where God is going to lead. So this is how I'm having fun. And it's a lot of stress too. So, okay, Lake Michigan. Beautiful. This is around 7 in the a.m. We're flying right at rush hour. The scenario in my head is really, I didn't really come up with one in this case. I don't think well, I guess it could have been a traffic accident, pedestrian hit by a motorist. That might be a very plausible one. Oh, there's some stuttering in there. So, I've seen you can respond to things like car accidents, major car accidents, if it's in the city. Ugh, and this cursor thing came up. It's so annoying. I was like, how do I get rid of it? Now is not the time. Why? So, that's what they do, like accidents in the Chicago area. I guess they can probably do other things, although I really haven't seen too much of what they do because I was never there. But for the sake of this scenario, we can say a cyclist got hit by a car going too fast during morning rush hour. So we're dispatched to go there and pick them up and fly them back to the Level 1 Trauma Center. So that's what we're doing. Now, how likely is it that they're going to line right in the middle of downtown almost? I am not sure. Probably not very likely. It's fun, so we're gonna take some creative liberties here. Oh, great. I'm getting ready to show you some of the landmarks in Chicago. And I have no idea what they're called. What is this one? Is that Willis Tower? Someone in the comments going to correct me. I've been to Chicago a couple of times, but by no means am I a native there. Yeah, that's Willis Tower. Yes, I got that right at least. So, I know a little bit about Chicago. And we're kind of flying over the Chicago River right now. I love how Chicago has this river canal. I think it's more like a canal, in my opinion, that goes through it. Just beautiful. Of course, there's Trump's buildings there. Anyway, yeah, I don't really know much else about it. And then 875 North Avenue, or excuse me, 875 North Michigan Avenue is the name of that building to the left. Or at least that's what comes up. It's more called the John Hancock Building, technically. For some reason, looking on it on Apple Maps, it says 875 Michigan Avenue, so we'll go with that. Anyway, we're going to land in a small square right up here. I am going to link information to where you can read from the University of Chicago about their UCAN program, and I'll also link a video, a cool video. It's pretty old, back when they had the Dolphin helicopter. I don't know if they still use those helicopters, or if it's all the Bell. A little close there. This is not my best landing. My first attempt at this, not recording, of course, I did a pretty good landing. This is not one of them. But it was. I didn't crash into anything, so satisfactorily enough. Satisfactory. So, okay. Moving on. So here we are at this part. So I'm linking a video in the description where it shows like what they do when they have a Dolphin helicopter, and it shows them they land in a park somewhere in the city and pick up a patient and take him back to the hospital. So that's kind of also what this is based on. So this park that I'm landing in, this square, I don't think it has a name, but it's right in front of Northwestern Memorial Hospital and the Northwestern Medical Faculty Foundation. So, yeah, I'm sure they probably could have taken this patient to that hospital that was right down the street, but I didn't do my research when I flew around Chicago the first time. I was just like, ooh, cool park, let's land here. And I liked it because it has these tall buildings, as you see, flanking it. It's pretty difficult to land. So, a touchdown. Now, it's always rough. I don't know. I'm working on getting better. I think I have been improving this on the fly. There's the hospital behind us. Holy could have transported that patient too. Look around different landscape scenery. Again, I don't have my graphics on the best settings. If you have suggestions on how I can get the most out of my simulation, please leave a comment and tell me what I can do. And while we're talking about that, like and subscribe to, that would just be fantastic. Thank you. Especially if you like this content. It's not what my channel typically covers, but it's something I enjoy doing. And I'm sure someone's going to find this fascinating and thank me for it. Yes? No? Okay. So we're just loading the patient and the helicopter. Actually, when I was all gung-ho into medicine, I went to the local medical school up in Albuquerque, UNM. I would hang out at the medical library a lot, and I actually read a book about aeromedicine. So that was pretty cool. I couldn't check books out. I just went there and took books off the shelves and read them. Of course, put them back like a responsible medical student would. Fun time. I should go back there. It was a cool place to hang out. it was. I liked it. Anyway, another cool thing you'll see in that video if you go there and watch is they do very fast turns. So that's what I was trying to do there. It's a cool turn. And look at the city. It took me a second. I didn't know which way I wanted to head. I kind of want to head, at this part I kind of want to head back over Lake Michigan to go to the hospital, since I had flown kind of in this direction before, but I had already made that turn. So I was like, okay, I don't think this is super realistic to fly right through the middle of the city, lower than some of the buildings. Like, I think that's one of Trump's hotels to the right. I was like, oh, we're doing this, it's fun. So yeah, enjoy the landscape, the scenery, I guess, the cityscape, the urbanry. I think that's pretty funny. Urbanry. Anyway, another thing I don't think I mentioned was how long it takes to get from this location to the hospital. Looking at it just a few minutes ago on Apple Maps, it said 17 minutes, but I am recording this video very early in the morning, before the rush hour traffic. So I'm sure during rush hour you could probably add at least another 15 minutes to that, so it could take a half hour to get from the heart of downtown Chicago to the University of Chicago Medical Center. So I think a helicopter is justifiable. Very justifiable. What kind of started me on the journey to becoming a doctor, wanting to become a doctor, was I saw some episodes of ER, an old show about it took place in Chicago, emergency room, and doctors, and nurses, medical staff who worked there. And they actually featured UCAN in it, and actually they used the real UCAN helicopters for some of the filming. So that's what even gave me the idea that this existed and I wanted to do it. But there are some cool episodes where they did a lot of things with the helicopters. It's just like so much fun. Anyway, yep, the University of Chicago Medical Center is where we're headed. And yeah. Are there any questions so far? This was a longer episode, so commentary is just fantastic, right? Very epic. Anyway, I'm still working on my brake, is it called an aero brake? I'm also into space things, so I might combine terms. But my deceleration from going over 100 miles an hour in a helicopter is not the smoothest. So I'm working on that. I think that this was a pretty good landing, this next one. And then last night I did another landing. I didn't film it. I was just kind of teasing out what my next video would be on this topic. It's actually going to be the local air ambulance from UNM Hospital. They have a new helicopter. It's pretty new. I don't know what kind it is, but that's what the next video is going to be, landing on UNM Hospital in Albuquerque. So be sure to subscribe and make sure the bell and your notifications are on for that video. It's going to be fun, and I can give you a little tour of Albuquerque because I actually know where things are in Albuquerque. I live here. Actually, just this evening I was putting the Christmas lights up on the house, and UNM's helicopter flew right over our house. We live right in the flight path of the helicopters that go back and forth. We live right in the flight path of like all the airplanes almost. So that's pretty cool sometimes. Until the Air Force flies incredibly low with their C-130s. You think that the house is going to fall or the airplane is going to crash. But it's fun. It's really fun. So here we are, coming in for a landing here. I think that my deceleration was pretty decent. Again, I don't want to decelerate too early and make it take forever to actually land, like that longest part of the flight. So finding that balance is what I'm going for. And also I'm still trying to learn how to fly this helicopter, to be quite honest. Last night I was also trying to play around doing cold start, just using a checklist to start the helicopter up from it being dark and cold. I couldn't do it for some reason. I've done something wrong and don't know what it was. It was very confusing, all the things I had to do with the checklist. In one of the episodes, we're going to start this thing up from scratch. We'll do the whole startup process. But that's not it yet. There's a helicopter pad. For some reason, all the helicopter pads are, other than the Royal London Hospital's helicopter pad, they're very small, I think. This one, when I first landed on it, it seemed so small. I was like, that's a helicopter pad? How am I going to land on that? UNM's is a little bit bigger, and I also, I flew to a couple of other helipads on hospitals, and they all seem pretty small. Which, by the way, if you know of a helicopter pad or a hospital that I should do this at, let me know in the comments and I will do it. I did the turn that they do in the video, and kind of missed the center of the helipad. So not my finest landing either. Until I figure out an easy way to do cuts, we're just keeping it in. This is all one take. I'm not filming the flight again. Okay. Kind of touch down and then kind of sit up again. The throttle is very sensitive in the collective. It's very, I either put it up too much and go too high at the last second, or down too low and crash. Anyway, we've landed, and I don't think that's too bad. Almost directly on the... almost. What do you want from me? Well, anyway, we're here, and I don't know how much is left of the video. I'm just voiceover here. But yeah, we've landed. Thanks so much for joining me on this flight today. Hope you're doing well. Subscribe, like, comment. I really hope you're enjoying this new series. But anyway, that's it for today. Thanks so much again. May God bless you. And I still have several seconds left. I guess we'll just get a nice view, and I'll put some videos up on the screen. One will be the playlist to this new series I'm doing, and the other, YouTube will choose from my library what you might like. We'll see if it did a good job. Anyway, take care. Goodbye.